expect. You know, it's one of the most beloved musicals of all time, and Broadway Across America is helping bring Fiddler on the Roof to life at the Aronoff Center. The timeless story is of a Jewish family in Russia at the start of the 1900s. A father raises 5 daughters while trying to protect his traditions. And joining us now, we have Yehezkel Lazarov, and we also have Maite Uzal as well, who plays Golde, and Tevye. Guys, thanks for being here so much. I appreciate it. I know it's hard to open a show and then be here the very next morning, so thank you.
You're welcome.
We were talking, and I mentioned this during the commercial break just a little bit. We've all kind of been discussing that first time we saw Fiddler, or we're in Fiddler. And everybody, I think, by high school has either seen this show or done this show. Why do people love this show so much? What is it?
Yeah, it's a good question actually, because it's true that it has the feeling that it's in our roots. I mean, it's just like coming out of ourselves, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it talks about love, I think, and it's something that everybody related to.
Yeah.
It has all the aspects of a personal story, but also a very community story. So I think it's something that we all can relate it to, you know,
that's the key, that
parenthood.
Every person can relate to the show. Every single person who hasn't gone through a generational conflict, who hasn't gone through old versus new, who hasn't felt that they don't belong somewhere, or that another person views you as a stranger or as the other.
Yeah.
There are so many layers that every single person can relate to, that I think that's why, and the music and the libretto.
It stays also very personal in the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like we're talking about themes that are not specific to Russia at 1900. This is
universal.
A Jewish community.
And this production particularly, it's
yeah. What is it about this production then that sort of sets it apart from other Fiddlers? Because there's certainly been a few productions over the years. We were just talking about all the times in high school. We have folks in this room who were in the show at one time or another in high school. What sets it apart this time?
Well, the way that Bartlett Sher works with every play that he directs is that he looks at it as if it had never been done.
Yeah.
So I think that that gives the actors, the crew, and everybody involved a chance to discover aspects that
to bring something new that is not caricatures, right?
Yeah.
Because Fiddler on the Roof, Tevye,
Golde,
it's very easy to go into this traditional way of doing
a little bit of slapstick.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think it was very important for him that we'll bring ourselves. So I think, this is and the choreography and the set, the minimalism. I started the show with the red coat, you know, as just a person, you know, that you don't right away know that it's period time, you know, that it has this anatevka, which is like, you know, imagination. Yeah. I'm standing there, and it's you know, and it's also a symbol, this red coat of the refugee.
Crisis.
A crisis. So it has something right on the top of the show. He says something that
you bring it to the now.
This is not just a Jewish.
There's things you can relate to that are happening that we're talking about in the news every day.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite part of the show for each of you? Do you have one part to just you go, that's the moment. That's the moment. All right.
It's very hard to say.
Not one. It's absolutely
just too hard to
make. At the time passed, it becomes even more and more.
And you start to pick up on more, and it shifts. Doesn't it shift a little bit for you? Sometimes, I
don't know. I'm still discovering this thing. You know,
it's very hard for us to pick the one moment, honestly.
But we have our "Do You Love Me" song together.
But then the little scene that I have something to say to you. I love that one. The hand washing.
Right. Oh yeah.
Just all these little pieces. There's so many great moments, and you have to go and check it out. I wish we could talk a whole lot longer, because I'm enjoying this so much. But let me give the details. Broadway and Cincinnati's Fiddler on the Roof is at the Aronoff Center from now through January 27th. Head to local12.com and click on the Get It Now links for ticket information. Maite, Yehezkel, thank you both so much for coming.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate it. Pleasure.